Mic check, late work, Last winter they heard my freshman album only, thinking that they know me, but the stuff that really matters is the summer that you don't see. Super messy basement, too ready to cave in, stacking up my songs, thinking you could never make it. And I made it, I mean an album, I'm writing down my lyrics, but I feel I'd rather shout them. I thought I was on top, now I'm trying to get on. Y'all won't even let me kill it correctly, so you're dead wrong. Bumping ready to die because I feel big.
Hey, WhiskersTech. I'm here with Jordan Harnish of Westside Cinemas, and so I'm real excited about this. This is an arcade in the Bangor area, right outside of a movie theater. So I'm going to ask him some questions about his experience, and hopefully we're going to get some neat information and some neat dialogue on it. What do you do? What's your role? What's your title? What are you in charge of?
So mostly I'm just in charge of Playland Adventures, the bounce house portion of Bangor Funplex. I also have the arcades under my wing right now. Now that we've opened the whole building up and Playland's open.
Yeah, it'll probably be hard to separate those.
Yeah, where the arcade was originally at Playland, the one we have here, I knew all the games off like the back of my hand. Any problems that arise with them I can usually fix without having too many issues. Sometimes we get power supply issues that I'm just not going to mess with because they're not our games. So
yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah, if it's not, I don't own it. I don't want to break it. So I don't want to pay for it.
Power supplies are scary.
Yeah, I don't like getting electrocuted. That's not fun.
One of the arcade machines that you have out there is the Jurassic Park game, and I was wondering, do you personally condone dinosaur hunting, or is that just company policy?
Man, put me on the spot here, right? I play the game. I can't lie. I do play the game, so I'm gonna say I'm okay with it.
I'm on the phone with Peter right now.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Question from Kane Druin. What was the biggest challenge, the highest hurdle in getting the word out and letting people know that Westside Cinemas isn't just the inexpensive movie theater anymore? There's a whole bunch going on, and it's really exciting.
The biggest hurdle is getting the bad taste out of everyone's mouth that the building had before. Obviously,
It had a little bit of a reputation.
Yeah, it did not have a good reputation at all, unfortunately. So we're getting that reputation out of everyone's minds and letting them know we're cleaning it up, we're renovating the whole building.
It's so much nicer than it was, even the last time I was
It's been
here.
a lot of work, and we want this to be the hot spot in Bangor, where it's the movie theater, VR gaming, arcade. All ages can come enjoy it, and we'll have something for everyone eventually.
This isn't on my list of questions, but I just thought of it, and I'm very excited about it. Have you considered hooking anything up to any of the projectors in the theaters and running games off of that?
We were just talking about that the other night, because that was one question. Obviously, I had nothing to do with the movie theater before. Just came in here, and I saw that, and I was like, man, that'd be kind of fun to hook PlayStation up to that. And Ryan, the guy that runs all the projectors and everything, said it's absolutely possible. It's very easy to hook things up like that.
So, some general gaming stuff. All three consoles, the Switch, Xbox One, PS4, and the other ones that are coming out, like the Soulja Boy console, have a lot of different appeal. I think we're in a very comfortable spot right now with any choice is solid. What's your favorite?
So I have never actually owned a Nintendo system.
Never ever?
Never. I have owned all 4 PlayStations.
Are you a classic? Are you a Crash Bandicoot kind of guy or an Uncharted kind of guy?
To be honest with you, I have not played either of those. Ooh. I know. I don't necessarily have a lot of time, spare time to
feel that.
to enjoy too many games, but Call of Duty has probably definitely been the one I played the most.
I haven't played a video game in 6 months.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
And Colin Ingalls wants to know, bees. Do y'all have Beat Saber?
We do have Beat Saber.
A very good choice.
Yes, definitely. We have competitions in-house on how high of a level we can get to, and yeah, it gets pretty heated in here sometimes. Definitely. We have total access to Steam right now through our VR system, so we are constantly searching Steam, trying to find the best games we have. I know right now just the VR system, we have 50 games alone you can choose from.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and we're adding every week. So
What's your favorite thing on the Vive?
right now, my favorite game, the one I'm still trying to unlock every level on is Super Hot.
Ooh.
Yes.
I've heard very good things. I tried that out briefly at a convention this summer, and I was not very good at it.
It took me a long time to figure out exactly what you need to do. It's more of a puzzle game than anything.
Yeah.
Every time you die in the level never changes. So you always can do the same movements to make it through it. So
Okay.
it's a lot of trial and error, but once you got past the trial and error part, it's just a puzzle game at that point.
Yeah.
So, Jordan, there are a lot of big industries, a lot of ones that are more standardized, more concrete than arcades. Why did you decide that this was something you wanted to be part of?
We wanted something that we could attract all ages of age groups to come enjoy the time they're here. Obviously, we had the movie theater. We integrated the Playland Adventures part of it as well, but we needed something to have for everyone to enjoy at the same time. And the arcade just seemed like the best fit. There's all sorts of games that we have, ranging from ones for little kids, like the Ducky Splash, all the way up to games like Down the Clown or Space Invaders. one of my all-time favorites, honestly. A new twist on it.
Yeah. Are you a big fan of the retro gaming scene?
I am. Pac-Man, the old Pac-Man units that had the 4-in-1s, 5-in-1s, things like that. Those were definitely my favorites. The original Space Invaders, I think, came out in '97 or something like that.
Way back in the day.
Definitely my favorite all-time game, no doubt. I used to play that game for hours, and seeing the new Space Invaders now, I was actually, before you even showed up today, I was playing it for probably a good half an hour.
There's a new Space Invaders game?
Yeah, so it's Space Invaders Frenzy, what they call it now. It's a screen that's probably 12 feet tall with 2 controller guns that you sit in now. And just like the old game, you shoot at the aliens that are coming down in spaceships, but it's way more interactive than the original because, like I said, you're sitting there with a gun in your hand instead of just a button now.
How did you pick out which ones?
We didn't get to pick the games, unfortunately. The company that buys them picks them. We have a little bit of say in what we want, but they pick out the games from what they go off to trade shows and events like that to pick out what games they feel will be the best fit for us.
Andrew Pinkos wants to know, what's an arcade machine that you would love to have here?
Me personally, the old Sega racing games. Yeah, the old Sega racing boxes. Those were, when I was growing up, those were ones I was always trying to play. I wish we could get one of those over here. Haven't found one. I've actually asked the company that does supply our games if they had one, and they don't. But they are keeping their eyes out for one. If they can find one at a reasonable price, we're getting that over here one way or another.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you again for doing all this. There's that camera, and that camera. Would you like to say anything as we leave the people?
I just appreciate you giving us a holler and wanting to do this interview, and hope everyone out there decides to come in and join us here and see what we're all about here.
Well, y'all heard the man. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, or don't, whatever. And remember to always use salt in your gaming.
Yeah, stack up back up in the van. Yeah, I put that shit in reverse. Go and put it in my hand. Yeah, stack up back up in the van. Yeah, I put that shit in reverse. It's all clean. Yeah, throw designer shade. Yeah, no hating. Yeah, they gon' find a way. Chop, chop, chop. That boy Bobby Flay. Need gas, go get it on the low. Get it on the way. I'm taking holidays. That new JR shit drop. That snaps across her face. I'm rolling with the plug. No Tesla in the front. They said I'm MIA. Been grinding for